One Piece Season 2 is finally here! Yes, I know it was released and you all watched it a long time ago, but I just finished it today, and who knows when I will edit this video, because of course they had to drop a new trailer for Dune and Spider-Man, and I had to cover it in my latest video, so let's pretend One Piece was just released. Let's continue. Eiichiro Oda's fingerprints are all over these 8 episodes, with narrative seedlings planted that link directly to the manga's endgame. From God Valley to the Sun God himself, these are hidden details and Easter eggs you missed in every single episode of Into the Grand Line. If you're only watching the Netflix series, watch out. Massive spoiler alert ahead. Episode 1. The Beginning and the End. The season starts with a lore bomb 10 minutes in. During Roger's final talk with Garp, he calls him the hero of God Valley. This is a massive name drop from chapter 957, referencing the incident involving Rox D. Zebek, that isn't fully explained for decades in the source material. While Nami and Usopp explore Loguetown, look at the signs. They walk through Figureland Square, a direct nod to Shanks's noble family lineage and the celestial dragons. In the marketplace, a chef resembling Ecoli from the anime-only cooking competition makes a cameo. Hidden in the background of the marketplace is a weathered bounty poster for Pedro, the jaguar mink we won't meet for years.
Thanks, Raul.
Smoker visits a bar and mentions the bartender Raul, which is a deep-cut reference to a filler character from the 1999 anime. In the bookstore Nami visits, you can see a massive volume titled Bragman, the very book from the Library of Ohara that explains the giants of Little Garden. Blink and you'll miss the silhouette of a young man in a top hat with goggles. Fans are convinced this is Sabo, hinting he's already with the Revolutionary Army. Rounding out the list, look for the Panda Man plushies at the fairground stalls, the Sengoku Street sign during the smoker fight, and a cryptic mathematical sign that reads 1 plus 6 equals 4, the same number we can see in chapter 186 in the manga volume 20, which can tease Luffy's death in the future. Episode 2. Good Whale Hunting. As the crew enters the Grand Line and meets Laboon, the foreshadowing hits a new level. While Luffy is singing to the whale, he briefly hits a very specific pose with his limbs at right angles and a wide grin. That is the Nika pose, the signature dance of the Sun God that Luffy won't officially unlock until Gear 5. When Luffy wakes up, he mumbles, 5 more minutes, Dadan.
5 more minutes, Dadan.
Our first mention of the mountain bandit who raised him. Usopp jokes about living inside the whale, which Crocus meets with a knowing smirk, a nod to the manga where Crocus actually had a full resort built inside Laboon's stomach.
Probably build a whole house in there. Live pretty comfortably.
Finally, we see Vivi's true nature early when she instinctively saves Usopp from a fall. On the prehistoric island of Little Garden, the giants Dory and Bragi mention a delicacy called Simla. This is a major reference to the Emperor Big Mom, whose childhood obsession with Simla led to the destruction of the giants' village on Elbaf. There's a statue of Nika the Sun God, depicting the exact pose and wispy aura of Gear 5. Next to it is a silhouette statue of Prince Loki, matching the original dark silhouette used to represent him in the manga years ago.
I once brandished a 5-ton hammer in battle against a mole monster.
Usopp tells a lie about defeating a 5-ton mole monster, which fans know will come true when he faces Miss Merry Christmas in Alabasta. Mr. 5 is seen reading the World Economy News, where the headlines confirm that Choo Choo the dog has reopened his pet shop in Orangetown. The newspaper also mentions the city of Water 7 and an ongoing war on Broccoli Island, a deep-cut Germa 66 reference. Inside Mr. 3's wax house, you can see surveillance sketches of the crew. While Luffy looks like Iñaki Godoy, the sketches of Zoro and Nami are drawn in the specific 1999 anime art style. When Zoro tries to escape the wax, he's briefly shown wielding 3 flaming swords, a visual nod to his Enibi fire-resisting techniques from much later in the series.
Mr. Prince.
In this episode, Sanji refers to himself as Mr. Prince during a call with Crocodile. The show creators have hinted there's a deeper reason for this name, which manga fans know is a reference to his secret royal lineage as the Prince of the Germa Kingdom. The hold music on the Den Den Mushi is an instrumental of Wonderland, the second opening theme of the original anime. The CGI team focused heavily on Chopper's blue nose, the physical trait that led to his rejection. In Kureha's house, her witch reputation is supported by jars of strange alchemy equipment. Finally, the silhouette of Drum Castle on the mountain is a perfect match for the big drum shape Oda originally sketched for the island's design. To wrap things up, I've got a little bonus for you. A look behind the scenes where it's not just about Easter eggs, but the incredible craftsmanship that brings this world to life. Take Miss Thursday, for example. She's a character who is never actually shown in the manga, only mentioned in passing. To get her right, Eiichiro Oda himself drew a custom reference sketch specifically for the show. It just goes to show how much heart the creators are pouring into this. Their passion is infectious, and it's exactly why the live-action adaptation is such a massive success. Plus, having Oda-sensei working hand-in-hand with the team ensures that the soul of One Piece stays intact. Now, let's talk stunts. To keep things as grounded and realistic as possible, the cast performs the vast majority of their own stunt work. Every actor pushed themselves to the absolute limit to deliver a peak performance. Well, everyone except Captain Smoker, who ironically didn't have to lift a finger. And for the Zoro fans, the creators knew exactly what you were doing. They knew you'd be counting every single one of Zoro's takedowns at Whiskey Peak. So, they did the only honorable thing. They gave us all 100 kills. The choreography alone took an entire month to master, but man, did they nail it. The way they've handled Chopper is fascinating. He's voiced by Michaela Hoover, who also provided the facial motion capture for his CGI expressions.
You hear me? And I'm not a raccoon.
But here's the cool part. They used a mix of tech and physical presence. For Small Chopper, a talented young actress was on set to interact with the cast.
It's been like working with any other actor.
However, Heavy Point Chopper is a different beast entirely. Played by Gavin Gomes, there is zero CGI involved. Big Chopper is actually walking around on set. They 3D scanned Gavin's body, printed a custom suit, and covered the whole thing in fur. Everything you see, except for the very tips of his fingers, is a practical, handcrafted costume. Finally, let's look at the environment. Almost every location you see was built by hand. No green screens, no shortcuts, just good old-fashioned craftsmanship. These sets are dense with tiny details and hidden lore. And if you thought Wapol was a digital creation, think again. That look required the actor to sit through 2 grueling hours of makeup every single day. And that's a wrap on every major hidden detail in One Piece Season 2. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive. Did you manage to spot the Sabo cameo or the Nika pose on your first watch? Let me know in the comments which lore drop shocked you the most. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as we set sail for the Alabasta Saga in Season 3.